This is example 2 of 3 from lesson 4.4. We've got Mahavir. He's biking 4 5/6 miles on Saturday and 18 1/4 miles on Sunday. How much farther did he bike on Sunday than on Saturday? So we have a subtraction problem because it says how much farther. How much farther? So the problem we are about to solve is, which one's longer? So 18 1/4 minus 14 5/6. Now, today our first step is rewrite the fractions using a least common denominator. What is a least common denominator of 4 and 6? Well, 4, 8, 12, 6, 12. It looks like it's going to be 12. So again, my whole numbers stay the same. My whole numbers stay the same. So 18 stays as 18, 14 stays as 14. Now, how do I go from 1/4 to a fraction over 12? Well, to go from 4 to 12 and multiply by 3, what I did to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 1 times 3 is 3. Again, over here, to go from 6 to 12 is times 2, so I'm going to do to the top what I did to the bottom, times 2, and that's 10. Now, what I want to be able to do is subtract, and it's suggested in my book that you write them vertically, which makes a lot of sense, really. 18, I don't usually write fractions vertically, but I will for this one, and 3/12 minus 14 and 10/12. And that way I can see my whole numbers and I can see my fractions and I can subtract them like this. And that makes a lot of sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you to write them vertically, then don't write them vertically. You don't have to do exactly as I do, as long as you're doing the process and getting the answer correct. Now, here's a problem though. I can't take 10/12 from 3/12. I can't do it. There's no way that I can take 10 when I only have 3. So here's where the renaming comes in, the regrouping. Just like if I was doing subtraction, just regular subtraction of whole numbers, I can borrow, I can regroup a bit from my whole number into my fraction. And here's what that looks like. In this case, when we're dealing with 12ths, 1 whole equals 12 12ths. When I'm regrouping for regular subtraction, I can borrow a 10 because our number system goes in multiples powers of 10. 10, 100, 1, 10, 100, 1,000, etc. Here, we're dealing with 12s instead of 10s. So to regroup this one, I would take 1 away from my 18 and make it 17. But instead of adding 10 and just adding a 1 to my 3, I'm going to add 12 to it because I took 12/12 away from my 18. I took 1 whole, which is equal to 12/12. That way I have 17, and 12 and 15 is, 3 and 12 is 15. 15/12 minus 14 and 10/12, and now I can solve it. 15 minus 10 is 5/12, and 17 minus 14 is 3. How much farther did he bike on Sunday than Saturday? He biked 3 5/12 miles farther. So, whoops, not farther. Farther. To borrow, to regroup, to rename in a fraction, subtract 1 from the whole number and then add the denominator to the numerator. Again, subtract 1 from the whole number and add the denominator to the numerator. To go from 18 and 3/12 to 17 and 15/12, I subtracted 1 from 18 to get 17, and that 1 was 12/12. So I added 12 to my 3, that was my numerator, and got my new mixed number of 17 and 15/12.